It's showtime. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kitty's Love Messages. Tonight, wherever you are, we're going to find out what are you waiting for when it comes to love. All right. We're going to see what you're waiting for. You're waiting on someone, a person, or a certain situation to arise when it comes to love. All right. So, as always, check your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. Hell, check all your placements. You'll find a little bit of everything everywhere. I guarantee you that. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Take whatever resonates for your situation. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. You're not going to buy a size 6 shoe when you wear a size 9. You know my favorite saying. All right. Okay, so let's get a little saging going on before we find out what you're waiting for when it comes to love. All right. Go sage. Get the negative, toxic, hating energy. There we go. All right. So let's see. We're going to start off with Aries, my beautiful, lovely fire sign. Let's find out, Aries, what are you waiting for when it comes to love? All right, Aries, what are you waiting for? Okay, so I'm seeing right now you're waiting on some type of victory, some type of success with the Six of Wands with someone or in love in general. Okay. You're actually taking a break right now. You're relaxing after some type of fight, some type of argument. You're tired of it. You're tired of arguments. You're tired of fights. Okay. You're tired of people always causing crap with you, because of their ego. So right now you're relaxing, you're taking a break. And as you're relaxing and waiting, you're hoping to have some type of victory. So if you had some type of fight with someone, some type of argument, you feel like if you just take a break, relax, or take a pause on the connection, well, you'll have some type of victory. Yeah. You're waiting on a reunion, 4 wands. You feel if you just take a break, relax, breathe, think about it. All right. And you'll have a successful reunion, 6 of wands with the 4 wands. All right. So it looks like it'll be, that's what you're waiting on. Yeah. Yeah. 3 of wands. Things will move forward. So if you got into some type of argument, some type of altercation with someone you really care about, and the best thing you should do is just sit back, relax, and not just keep feeding to it, that things will move forward. You'll have some type of victory. There will be a reunion with this person. Okay, you could be waiting on an Aries. You could be waiting on a Libra. You could be waiting on a Leo. Definitely a Leo or an Aries. Definitely fire, heavy fire. So you could definitely be waiting on a fire sign. So why are you waiting? So why do you feel things will be moving forward to success? Let's find out why. Again, 4 wands, reunion. Because you want a reunion with this person. This person was in and out, wishy-washy. They were a player. It looks like you want a reunion with a player that you really care about. You see them as your wish fulfillment. All right. So if this person was in and out, wishy-washy, 9 of wands in reverse, you want a reunion with this person. You feel this person's your wish fulfillment. Yeah. 3 of wands in reverse. This is something that never moved forward in the past because they were a player. And it caused some type of fight. There was definitely a bad ending with this person. So I'm feeling, maybe you're feeling, if you just sit back, relax, take a break, do some type of thinking that this person will hopefully come back in a changed energy. This is somebody that was really much a player, but you saw this person as your wish fulfillment. You have a love for this person and you're hoping to have some type of reunion. This is somebody that really, you had some type of bad ending. This person you feel betrayed you, but because you care and you have love for this person, you're waiting on their comeback. And you know that things will possibly move forward this time around and you'll have some type of victory. Yeah. You are waiting on that communication. You are expecting to get some type of clarity from this person. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius on that. Gemini, Aries, Pisces, Sagittarius on that. So it looks like you're waiting on a player to return. You're hoping you're going to get the clarity, and you're hoping that if you take a break and you let them do their thing, that they'll come back to you. You'll have a reunion, and that they'll come back in a changed energy. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Who knows? All right. Taurus. What are you waiting on, Taurus, when it comes to love? What are you waiting on? You're waiting. Your intuition's telling you to wait. You're expecting some type of truth. High Priestess. Okay? You feel things are going to work out. So you're expecting some type of truth. Your intuition's telling you, all right, this is some you're waiting on somebody that's been keeping secrets or something that's been hiding from you, some type of secretive thing. But you're hoping with the Four of Swords, you're actually tired of waiting. You're tired of waiting. This is something that's been making you tired. You're exhausted. You're exhausted of the secrets. You're tired of what's been hidden. But your intuition's telling you to keep waiting because eventually things will work out with the Seven of Pentacles. All right. You'll have results. Things will grow. Yeah. Six of Cups. You feel this person's your soulmate. Queen of Cups. You have love for this person. You care about them. You have a lot of compassion for them. That's why, even though this person's wearing you out and they're tiring you out and you're sick and tired, you're fucking exhausted, with the High Priestess, your intuition is saying eventually things will work out with this person because they are your soulmate. You do care about them. Okay. You have a lot of compassion and you look, Two of Pentacles. You see things as eventually balancing things out with this person. All right. You could be waiting on right now Libra, Cancer, Taurus, Scorpio, definitely a Cancer, or a Capricorn. Let's see why. Why do you feel things are going to work out? Why are you, even though this person stressed you the hell out and you're tired as shit, your intuition's telling you to hold on. Okay. The reason why is because, look, even though you feel this person couldn't make a decision, all right, with the Two of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse, because they weren't emotionally ready to have some type of family dynamic with you or have a Ten of Cups with you. All right, have the happy home, happy life. You feel this person couldn't make a decision because they got a lot of burdens in their life right now. Okay, they have a lot of stress, a lot of responsibility. They feel like the weight of the world, and you could see this. And this is why your intuition's saying that this person, the reason why they kept things hidden from you, all right, and that eventually things will work out is because they're burdened right now. They just weren't ready. They were in limbo. They couldn't make a decision, okay, on whether they wanted to have some type of relationship, settle down, okay? And so things ended. They were delaying their own transformation and things ended with the death. And you feel like they're going to transform soon or they're going to go through some type of transformation they've been delaying and eventually have the Ten of Pentacles. Eventually have your happily ever after, some type of long-term commitment. You feel like this is just temporary. It's a pause. That's the reason why your intuition's saying that eventually things will work out. It's because at the current moment or at the time that they were hiding things or keeping secrets, they weren't ready to make a decision. on having some type of relationship. They had too many things going on in their life that was keeping them stuck, keeping them burdened. Okay. Too many responsibilities, but you know that's eventually ending right now. All right. It's going to end, or it's going to end soon, because they're going to go through some type of transformation to be able to offer you a 10 of Pentacles, something reliable, long-term and stable for you, a long-term investment. Aries on that, Pisces, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo. So that's why you're waiting, Taurus. Look, Ace of Cups. You eventually feel, you intuitively feel, know that you're going to have a new beginning with this person. All right. Gemini. Gemini, what are you waiting on when it comes to love? Or what are you waiting for? Should have titled it, what are you waiting on? Because I keep saying it, but whatever. It's the same thing, on and for. What is Gemini waiting for when it comes to love? Oh, well, you're waiting. Yeah. You're waiting on somebody to communicate. Okay. This is somebody that maybe you were refusing to see, or you weren't. Maybe this is somebody that was making you feel unsatisfied. Okay. You were feeling disconnected with this person, or you were feeling kind of, yeah, some kind of disconnectment with this person, or this person was feeling that. All right. With you, with the Four of Cups. But this is somebody that you're waiting to that you're waiting some type of communication with the Knight of Swords. You're waiting for them to not complain, explain themselves to you. All right, you're waiting them to talk so that you guys can eventually work out with the Three of Pentacles. Things can work out for you because you do see this person as your happiness. You're waiting on communication that's going to make you very happy. All right, you've been bored for a while. You've been very discontent, and you're hoping to have a chance. All right, or you're hoping for good things to come your way. You're waiting for good things to come your way. You're waiting for some type of wheel of fortune. Okay, and you're waiting on some type of communication from someone. And I believe that this communication you're waiting on, you feel is going to make you happy. You feel this person is your happiness, and you feel if eventually things will work out with the Three of Pentacles, because you haven't been satisfied for a while. All right, and you want a chance with this person, or a second chance with this person, and you're hoping and you're waiting on this communication. All right, you could be waiting on a Capricorn, you could be waiting on a Cancer, Leo. Here comes the sun, little Leo. Another fixed sign. I'm not saying another fixed sign. You're not a fixed, but I mean Leo, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, or a Gemini with the Knight of Swords. So why? Let me see. Yeah, you're keeping to yourself. You're either waiting on this person and you're just doing you're spending a lot of time alone while you're waiting on this person, or this is someone right now they're keeping to themselves. They're not messing with nobody. They're alone, and you know this, and you're expecting some type of communication. Take it however resonates for your situation. All right. Why? I feel you're waiting on a lot of positive changes when it comes to some type of communication that you're expecting. Okay, you've been waiting long enough. You've been keeping to yourself and you're bored. Okay. The reason why is because look, you want to heal things with this person, all right? Or you're in the process of healing at the time this time with the Nine of Swords in reverse, Gemini energy. Okay, you've been sad and lonely, and you've been waiting for this. You feel like this person's been very reckless, very impulsive. This person may have gaslit you or told you things you wanted to hear, which is kind of the same thing as gaslighting. And this is why you're expecting them to come explain why they gaslit you. Okay, because look, it made you sad. You were very hurt over this. Yeah, you want a new beginning. Either you want to move forward in your life and have a new beginning in love with someone new, and hoping the wheel spins in your favor, but you still want communication from this person that hurt you. Okay. It's like you're healing at the same time because you've been very hurt. And if this person was to communicate, you'd be very happy. You would want to work things out with this person because you've just been feeling discontent. But if things don't work out, you're still looking to possibilities and you're still waiting for new love. So you're basically waiting for whatever good things are coming your way with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups. So it's whether you get communication from someone that's going to make you happy and you work things out with this person, somebody who was very reckless with you that you are healing from, and you want to heal things with this person. And if not, you're just waiting for the good things to come your way. You're looking for whatever good things. You're looking for the Wheel of Fortune. Money, life, stability, love, happiness, everything with somebody new. So you can be waiting on, again, a Gemini, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or a fixed sign, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, a Virgo, Cancer, Capricorn. All right. So it looks like you're just waiting for your ultimate happiness, whether it's somebody that's going to communicate why they hurt you, gaslit you. Okay. It would make you very happy to work things out with this person. All right. It would make you very happy. But in the end, you are waiting on striving your own success, your own happiness. And if it's not with this person, you're just waiting on whatever good love, good luck, good love is coming your way when it comes to love. Okay. That's beautiful, Gemini. That's really beautiful. Cancer. What's Cancer waiting on when it comes to love? What is Cancer waiting for when it comes to love? What is Cancer waiting for? Oh, Lord. Cancer. Jesus. 8, 9, 10 of Pentacles. Cancer, you're waiting on a reunion with the devil. You got the 2 of Cups with the devil. I can't say it any clearer than that. You are obsessively waiting on somebody toxic. Okay, because the devil says obsession and toxicity. And you got the 2 of Cups, soulmate, reunion. Okay, unity, spiritual connection. So even though you know this person has toxic traits, bad habits, whatever, all right, maybe addictions, who knows, you feel this person's your soulmate with the 2 of Cups. And you're waiting on reuniting this. You know this person keeps a lot of secrets with the moon. All right, they hide a lot of things. But look, you're very dedicated to work things out with this person with the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. All right, you feel this person's worth waiting on to work things out with. You do see a long-term investment with this person with the 10 of Pentacles. You see that things can work out eventually because you do feel this soul tie, this soul connection with this person. So it looks like you're waiting on somebody who you know has a lot of bad habits, toxic traits, keeps a lot of secrets, but you feel such a soul tie to this person and that you're waiting on your reunion because you feel dedicated on making things work, on giving to this so that you can have a long-term investment with this person. Why? Because you know that this person regrets being that way towards you and it's hurt you. You know this person regrets hurting you. All right. And you know this person possibly could be healing right now, or you've been trying to heal from this person with the Knight of Swords. And you know eventually this person's going to communicate. They're going to tell you how they feel. You kind of know they're going to tell you they regret hurting you. They regret having bad habits, toxic traits, and that they want to heal things with you. This is why you're still holding on to hope that you're dedicated to work things out with this person, because you know eventually this person's going to communicate. They're going to break the silence if you're in no communication, or if you are in communication, you know this person's eventually going to tell you the truth, speak what's on their mind about how they regret hurting you and that they want to heal things, or that they've healed themselves. Yeah, Four Pentacles in reverse. This person, you know this person's letting go of a lot of things in their life, or you feel it. Either you know it, or you feel, or you've heard, okay, with Four Pentacles in reverse, that this person's letting go of toxic things. They're letting go of their ego. They're letting go of whatever things that just no longer serve them, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you know this person was confused. The devil was keeping them confused, or whatever they had going on was keeping them confused, and maybe they were trying to sort things out, especially if they had other options. But this is someone that was confused, and you know that they couldn't make a decision because they were confused. The devil was keeping them confused, and that was stopping them from making a decision on whether they wanted to work things out with you. And that's why you're waiting on this. You feel the soul tied to this person. You know, although they have toxic traits, bad habits, keep a lot of secrets, you're still dedicated on making this work. You still feel there's a chance to have a long-term commitment with this person, because this person regrets being that way. They are working on themselves. They are doing shadow work, and you know eventually they're going to reach out and tell you what was keeping them confused from making them a decision. All right, because they want to heal, or they've been healing. This person, you could be waiting on a Cancer, you could be waiting on a Capricorn, you could be waiting on a Pisces, you could be waiting on a Taurus, a Virgo, you could be waiting on a Gemini, Scorpio, Aries. So it looks like you're waiting on a reunion, Cancer, from somebody that you know is trying to release themselves, or you feel they're trying to release themselves from toxic traits or bad habits. You're kind of a little bit of obsessed with this as well, because you feel the soul tie. Leo. All right, Leo, let's see what you're waiting on when it comes to love. What is Leo waiting on? What is Leo waiting for? I already made the thumbnail, so I can't change. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting on? But I keep saying, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting for? What is Leo waiting for? Some type of long-term investment, communication. You're waiting on someone to make a decision with the Two of Wands, to communicate with the Ace of Swords. You're waiting on somebody to communicate, make a decision to communicate, to speak their truth, to give you some type of clarity with the Ace of Swords. Okay, this is somebody you feel is a long-term investment for you, that you want a long-term investment with. And this is why you're waiting on that communication. This could be somebody who's keeping to themselves with the Hermit, and they ain't messing with nobody, or you're keeping to yourself, minding your own damn business, as you're waiting on this person to make a decision with the Two of Wands. This is somebody that hurt you, Three of Swords, broke your heart. Yeah, this is somebody that's kept you stuck in your head, or they feel stuck in their head, trapped, helpless, powerless. So this is someone you may see as powerless, or they made you feel powerless, and that you feel they owe you some type of clarity. Yeah, I feel this is somebody that they made you feel powerless. You were blinded by the hurt. You didn't see this person hurting you with the Eight of Swords and the Three of Swords. Okay, you were blinded by it. You felt the victim to this person. All right, now you're just keeping to yourself. They may be keeping to themselves as well, but you are waiting on that communication. You're waiting on them to make a decision with the Two of Wands. All right, you're hoping to have some type of victory. You want that clarity. You want that truth from this person that broke your heart. You do. You wanted a higher level commitment. You wanted a legacy with this person that broke your heart. All right, let's see why. because this person's going to communicate, or you feel it. You know, or you feel this person's going to communicate why they rejected you or why you refused you, because you know this person self-sabotaged everything because they were the King of Wands in reverse. This is somebody you know is going to eventually come towards you, and they're going to tell you why they rejected you or why they refused your offer or why they were refusing to see they were a King of Wands in reverse. That could be another situation as well. Maybe this person was refusing to accept the fact that they were lacking some type of confidence in the connection, and that's why they didn't take the lead. This could be somebody very arrogant. Okay, very arrogant. You come to me type of person. This is somebody that likes to play around. OG player. Yeah, you feel or you see this person is working on themselves. They're trying to better themselves because you knew this person couldn't see clearly or couldn't accept. I'm not going to say see clearly, but refusing, all right, to accept that they were the King of Wands in reverse. And you know, eventually after they're done working on themselves, Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, you're going to get that communication. That's why you're waiting on it. It's like you feel it, you know it, you intuitively feel it. You may have an intuitive connection with this person. You just know, yeah, look again, the Hermit again. So they're also keeping to themselves right now. They're alone, isolated, working on themselves. And you know eventually that person's going to talk. And they're in hermit mode like you're keeping to yourselves. You're in the solitude mode. So it looks like, Leo, you are expecting someone to make a decision that broke your heart, made you feel helpless, made you feel powerless. You're expecting them to communicate, give you some type of clarity as you're keeping to yourself. You ain't bothering nobody. This is somebody you see as your Ten of Pentacles. You want a long-term investment with this person. You see things going far with this person. And the reason why is because you know or you feel that eventually this person is going to communicate that they were not accepting or they were refusing to accept the fact that they were a King of Wands in reverse and that they've been keeping to themselves and working on themselves. You know, they're going to tell you that. They could be somebody a little bit younger than you. Doesn't have to be. So you could be waiting on a Virgo. You could be waiting on a Capricorn. You can be waiting on a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You can be waiting on an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer. And that's it. That's who you could be waiting on. All right. We're moving on to Virgo. All right, Virgo, let's see what you're waiting on when it comes to love. What is Virgo waiting on? Or waiting for? Hang on. Maybe it would have been better if I titled it Waiting On instead of Waiting For, but I kind of felt like for sounded better. What is Virgo waiting for when it comes to love? Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity. Wow. Whoa. You're waiting on somebody to take that leap of faith. All right. You're waiting on somebody to take action. King of Wands, taking the lead. You're waiting on a King of Wands to take the lead, take that leap of faith. Somebody you have a lot of love for, somebody you're in love with, King of Wands. I mean, King of Cups. The lover, somebody you feel a very strong connection with, a lover's connection. It could be a twin flame or it could be a soulmate if you don't subscribe to that. But this is somebody of a lot of heart. You're waiting on a new beginning or a beginning with this person if things never took off the ground. Ace of Pentacles. You're waiting for some type of stability. All right. You're waiting for, so if it's not somebody from the past, you're just waiting for some King of Wands, somebody to take the lead. Okay. Someone actually taking action towards you. You're waiting on somebody that's going to be very attracted to you to take that leap of faith. You're waiting. You are ready to settle down. When it comes to love, you're ready to settle down. You're ready for a relationship. You're ready for a higher level commitment. So if it's somebody from the past, it is somebody you're in love with or have a lot of love with. If it's somebody new, this is somebody you're going to have a lot of love for. because you're going to feel the twin flame connection or the spiritual connection, and you're going to start something new with this person. You're going to have a new beginning, or a beginning something's going to solidify. So you're waiting on that. You're waiting on something to solidify, something solid, a new beginning in your life. So if it's whether it's somebody new or somebody from the past, you're just looking for a brand new beginning in your life when it comes to love, something solid, something grounded, somebody you're going to have a lot of love for, somebody you're going to feel a very strong soul bond, lovers connection with, somebody that's actually going to take the lead, King of Wands, all right, and take that leap of faith so that you could have a higher level commitment with, possibly marriage, settling down. Why? Because you want to collaborate. You want things to work out. Okay, with the Three of Pentacles, you're wanting to work with this person. All right, you're letting go of anything that no longer serves you with the Devil in reverse. You're letting go of people that have been selfish towards you. You don't want any type of selfishness. You don't want nobody that wasn't giving, or very selfish, just very selfish, not giving, closed off. Anything toxic, you're letting go so that things can work out. So you can collaborate with a new love, a new person of interest, or a reconciliation, whatever you want. Yeah, you've been healing and you're ready for that leap of faith. You got the Three of Swords in reverse and you got the Fool. You've been healing and you're ready to take that leap of faith. So I'm really seeing more like new energy, like new love. Okay, it could be somebody from the past, but I'm seeing more new. I feel you're looking for something new that's going to take off the ground, something solid with someone that you're going to feel a very strong soulmate, twin flame, somebody you're going to have a lot of love for. They're going to have a lot of love for you. Somebody's going to take the take the leap of faith, and be responsible for a higher level commitment, a relationship, because you're letting go with the Devil in reverse of things, people, places, or things that have been selfish in your life, toxic things that no longer serve you. You're letting that go so you can build things in your life, work things out with someone that's on the same page as you, work as a team. And you're ready to take that leap of faith as you are waiting for that person to take the leap of faith. You're ready to start off new, start off fresh, because you've been healing. So I'm getting more new energy. You're waiting on new love. Like I said, it could be somebody from the past, because some of y'all are waiting on past, but I'm getting more. This is new love that you're waiting on. This is like new energy. All right. This could be the person that you're waiting on. You could be waiting on a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Leo, again, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries again with the Fool. All right. So Virgo, it looks like you're waiting on someone that's going to treat you right, someone that's going to offer you stability, someone that wants a higher level commitment like you, somebody that you're going to be very much in love with, and someone that's going to be very supportive towards you, that you're going to feel the lover's connection with. That's beautiful, Virgo. That's beautiful to want that. Libra. What's Libra waiting for when it comes to love? What is Libra waiting for when it comes to love? Oh. All right. You're waiting on somebody, Libra, to end the cycle, or you're waiting on a cycle with the Devil to end. All right. You're closing out cycles with the Devil, or you're waiting on someone to close out that cycle. You got the world and you got the devil. So either A, you are closing out cycles in your life with toxic things that you've had going on, that things that no longer serve you. You're closing out cycles so that you could have a relationship with someone. All right. But what I'm feeling more is like, I really feel you're waiting on someone. The reason I'm saying is because you got the Five of Pentacles. This is somebody that you feel at a loss with, or you're out in the cold. They may feel at a loss without you, but you definitely feel out in the cold. This is somebody that didn't give to you. They were very selfish, the Queen of Pentacles. And you're waiting this person to gather their courage with the Nine of Wands, okay, to stop being hesitant, to be persistent and coming towards you after closing out a cycle with the devil. So either you are waiting on this person to close out the cycle with the devil so that they can come towards you and actually have a relationship with you, with the Queen of Wands, actually gather their courage because you feel at a loss with this person and you know they were selfish because of the devil, or you are closing out that, you're waiting to close out the devil in your life after feeling left out in the cold by someone who was selfish. And in order to move forward in your life with some type of relationship and gather your courage and have some type of success in a relationship, this is something that you're waiting on doing. So take it, flip it, switch it. Whoever's closing out the cycle on toxic people, places, or things. So it's either this person in your energy and you're waiting on them because you feel at a loss, you feel out in the cold, you know they were very selfish because of the devil, and you're just waiting on them to close out that cycle so they can have a relationship with you. All right, stop being so hesitant and just gather their courage to come towards you. Or this is you doing that because you feel at a loss after somebody's selfish with you, and you know you may have to close out this devil. You may have to close out things that are toxic in your life, world it out so that you can move forward. You can move forward with the Nine of Wands and have a new relationship, or have a relationship in general, not with this person. Let's see why. Because you're tired. You're tired. Okay? You're tired and you've learned valuable lessons and you're tired with the Four of Swords in reverse. You're exhausted. Okay? You feel like this person wasted your time. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It was a waste of time. So if it's you closing out the cycle on this past person, which was the devil, so that you can move forward in your life with a new relationship or a relationship, because you feel at a loss, you feel this person left you out in the cold and they were very selfish about it. It's because, look, you know, you're exhausted. Four of Swords, this person burnt you the fuck out. It was very exhausting. You're taking that as a loss. You learn valuable lessons with to move on, move forward in your life. You know this was a waste of time. Yeah, you're surrendering. You're letting go. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. You're letting go. You're surrendering so that you could have better relationships in your life, or somebody that's going to value you, want a relationship with you, and offer you something solid. So I feel maybe you're the one worlding out with this devil. You're closing this devil out. You feel this person was very toxic. All right. You felt this person, you went through some type of hardship. You went through a big loss. All right. And now you know, in order to move forward in your life and have the relationship that you want and move away from the selfish individual that fucked you over, excuse my language, you got to world that out. You got to close out the devil. You got to close out that cycle. Or you're tired. It's been burning you the hell out. You know this was a waste of time. You took it. You took it with grace, learned your lessons, and now you're ready to move the fuck on. You're letting go. You're surrendering Seven of Wands so that you can have a new beginning in your life, a solid new beginning, a relationship that will solidify. All right. You could be waiting on a Capricorn. You could be waiting on an Aries, Sagittarius. You could be waiting on a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. You could be waiting on a Libra, Virgo. And that's it. That's what I have. So it's good, Libra. I feel you're the one that's closing the cycle on the devil. You're surrendering that. You learn your lessons. You're cutting your loss. You learned. You're moving on so that you could have solid new beginning when it comes to relationships with someone else. All right. Scorpio. What are you waiting for, Scorpio, when it comes to love? What is Scorpio waiting for? You're waiting on a soulmate. 6 of Cups. Yeah. You're waiting communication on a soulmate. Not on a soulmate, from a soulmate. I got a 6 of Cups. I got the Knight of Swords. And I got a King of Swords. You're definitely waiting on communication because you got the King of Swords with the Knight of Swords. You're waiting on someone to break the silence. If you're in no communication, and for them to speak their truth. This is somebody that could be a little bit cold and detached from their emotions, but you feel a soul tie, you feel a soulmate connection to this person. That's why you're waiting on it. You're waiting on this person to stop holding back the strength in reverse so that they can work on this with you. 3 of Pentacles. And they can be dedicated and putting the work for a commitment with you. Collaborate for a long-term commitment. Okay, you got the 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. So it looks like, Scorpio, you are waiting on communication. Somebody that you want this person to be very direct and very clear. All right, you don't want them to hold back anymore. Strength in reverse. And you feel like when you get this communication, things will eventually work out. Okay, things will work. You guys will work together based on what is said, what is communicated to you. Yeah, justice. You want some type of justice. You're expecting communication from someone that maybe owes you some type of justice. You want fairness. You want them to explain themselves to you. You want clarity so that you can move forward with this person and eventually work things out because you're still dedicated to this person because you feel they're your soulmate with the 6 of Cups. You're waiting on that justice. That's what you're waiting for. Why? You're definitely waiting on communication. That's what, with the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords, it's definitely. But like I said, this is somebody that's not really, because I don't see really emotions invested. This is somebody that's very direct, very cold, very detached, not cold. Well, they can be cold, very detached, but very direct. You want that respect. I asked why, because 10 of Pentacles. You see this person as a long-term investment. Yeah. You know this person is very hesitant because you had some type of argument, 5 of Wands in reverse, and you know this person's very hesitant and they're trying to gather their courage, or they need to. You feel it, you know it, that this person is very hesitant coming towards you to bring you justice because there was a very bad argument, but you feel eventually this person's going to gather their courage to resolve the conflict with you because the 5 of Wands in reverse is somebody, or you're hoping. Either you're hoping, you're feeling, you're knowing, but you're hoping, you're still holding hope that this person will gather their courage to resolve the conflicts with you so that you can have a long-term investment with this person. Yeah, you really are having hope that you guys can reunite. Maybe start off as friends, but just have some type of reunion with them. Yeah, you're hoping this person's going to boss up because now you got the justice in reverse. This person treated you unfairly, or you were treated unfairly. And now you're hoping you have hope this person's going to boss up, take the lead. This can be somebody older than you, a father figure, or a boss. You're hoping this person's going to boss up so you guys can reunite. This person's going to gather their courage, resolve the conflicts between you, so you guys can reunite to have a long-term investment after you were done unfairly, after this person screwed you over. And that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for your justice. You're waiting for communication. So it looks like you could be waiting for a Virgo, yeah, Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aries, Cancer. So it looks like that's what you're waiting on. You're definitely waiting on communication. You're definitely waiting for your justice. You feel if this person, or you're hoping if this person bosses up, you're going to get your justice. This person's going to be very clear, very direct on why they treated you unfairly, or why things were done unfairly to you in a connection. Sagittarius. What's Sagittarius waiting for when it comes to love? Oh, over here. What's Sagittarius waiting for when it comes to love? Okay. So you're waiting on some type of reconciliation with a Temperance. All right. You're waiting on somebody to take accountability with the Judgment so that there could be some type of reconciliation. All right. You feel like this person is your 10 of Cups, your dream come true. And you feel like once you get this accountability, or this person takes accountability, you'll have the happiness, the family harmony you've been waiting for. This is something that's been keeping you stuck for a long time with the Chariot in reverse, or this person has been keeping things stuck from taking accountability. You want a new beginning. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You want this person. You feel this person as stability, your security. You see this person as a new opportunity for you. This could be a newer person that you just recently met. If not, this is somebody that you want a higher level commitment with. You see this as your divine counterpart that you want to eventually marry and settle down with. So it looks like you're waiting on some type of reconciliation, Sagittarius, with your divine counterpart. All right. This is somebody that's been keeping themselves stuck, or they feel like they can't come towards you, or you feel like they can't come towards you. They're just feeling stuck. Okay. You may see this person as unable to come towards you. So I don't know if they don't have a vehicle, or there's just something holding them back, but you're waiting on it. Or they're purposely holding themselves back from taking some type of accountability in the connection with you. But you're waiting on that. You're waiting on the accountability. You're waiting on that to reconcile with this person that you see as your 10 of Cups. Okay. Your family harmony. You may already have a family with this person, or you want a family. You see them as your emotional stability, your divine counterpart, and you want to start off fresh, have a new beginning that's solid this time, a solid new beginning. Yeah, Page of Cups. You may be expecting an apology or waiting on that. So, yeah, Page of Cups. And you know what? You may need to stand your ground, or you will stand your ground when this person comes towards you. So you may be a little bit guarded. And then that's probably what's keeping this person, or you feel this person is keeping themselves stuck from taking accountability, is because they may know that you're guarded, especially if they owe you some type of explanation or apology. This could be somebody younger than you, very playful, youthful energy. Or it could be, like I said, it could be a newer person that things never took off the ground. Because I have Ace of Pentacles as new opportunities. And then the Page of Cups, which is also signifying new love, young, youthful. So it could be that, or it could be somebody from your past, an ex, whatever. But you know this person, you're waiting for that apology. You're waiting for them to take accountability so that you can reconcile with them. You see them as your happily ever after. Why? Because you can't walk away from them. 8 of Cups. Even though you're not getting some type of victory, 6 of Wands in reverse. All right. And it's burdening you. Okay. You know this is stressing you out. You're not getting this person's attention, is stressing you out. You're not getting some type of victory, but you still can't walk away from them. 8 of Cups in reverse, even though it's stressing you out, burdening you, knocked you off your confidence. You don't feel like you're getting their attention. You can't walk away from them for some reason. Yeah, this is something that's been overwhelming you. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, because you know this person was purposely keeping you waiting. This person's purposely keeping you waiting from taking accountability. And that's why it's stressing you out. Yeah, you feel like this person's trying to control, or you're seeing this person as controlling. All right, very cold and distant with you. And they're trying to take control of the situation. And that's why it's burdening you. But you can't walk away. And that's why you are waiting for this person to take accountability so you can reconcile. Yep. So what I'm seeing, Sagittarius, is you're waiting for a new opportunity with a person. You're waiting on an apology for them to take accountability so you can reconcile. You feel this is your divine counterpart, your end all be all. And although this person has left you stressed the hell out, all right, knocked you off your confidence, you can't walk away. You know they're cold, distant, very controlling, and they're purposely keeping you waiting on this accountability. And it is overwhelming you, but you can't walk away. So you could be waiting on a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, a Pisces, a Cancer, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, what are you waiting for when it comes to love? Happy Cappies. What is Capricorn waiting for when it comes to love? Let me give a good shuffle. Man. Wow. Okay. You're waiting on somebody that you're no longer getting attention from with the 6 of Wands in reverse. Somebody that locked you off your confidence. Like you're not feeling too confident right now with the 6 of Wands in reverse because somebody couldn't make a decision. All right. You have 2 of Wands in reverse and the 6 of Wands in reverse. You're waiting on someone who couldn't make a decision. You're waiting on this person to no longer hold back. This is somebody that broke your trust with the Star in reverse. You had a bad ending with because they treated you unfairly. The Justice in reverse. Yeah, this is somebody that basically stopped giving you attention, knocked you off your confidence because they couldn't make a decision. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody that couldn't make a decision because they weren't reliable. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody not reliable. They couldn't make a decision. You're not getting attention from them anymore. You feel you're not getting any type of success. You know they treated you unfairly because they were unreliable and they broke your trust because of that. And now you're waiting for them to not hold back anymore. Strength in reverse. Yeah. You are waiting on this person to not hold back when it comes to working things out with you. Eight of Pentacles. You're waiting on that. This is somebody that really hurt you. They broke your trust. There was a bad ending. They showed you they weren't reliable by treated you unfairly with the Justice in reverse because they couldn't make a decision when it comes to some type of commitment. So they stopped giving attention to this, or you just felt like they weren't giving you the recognition that you needed. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. You're waiting on this person to come offer you some type of peace treaty or offer you an apology or something. You're wanting this person to be loyal and faithful to you, and that's what you're waiting up for. Why? Because you're still drawn to this person. You see this person as your other half, your Two of Cups, and you're just keeping to yourself. As you keep to yourself, you're spending time alone. You're not with nobody because you still have faith. This is your person. You're still emotionally invested in this person, and you can't walk away with the Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah. This is somebody or something that's been keeping you overwhelmed for a while, and you know you need to surrender, or you feel you need to surrender. With the Hangman in reverse, this person was purposely keeping things stuck with you or stalling things with you. Yeah, Six of Cups in reverse. You can't let them go. You feel a soul tie again. Soulmate, soul tie. Two of Cups is a soulmate, also soulmate connection. And you feel that you can't let them go. You have nostalgic memories with them. You may have grown up with them, doesn't have to, but that's the reason why. So it looks like, Capricorn, you are waiting on somebody to either offer you a peace treaty, apologize, all right, for not being too reliable in the connection. This is somebody that wasn't able to make some type of decision on whether they were wanting a commitment or put in the work, be dedicated to this, and they know they know they broke your trust, or you know they broke your trust. It's somebody that hurt you, had a bad ending, and you're just waiting for this person to stop holding back and actually come towards you to put in the work. Invest time into this, because you know you felt treated unfairly by this person. This is somebody you definitely feel a soul tie, a soulmate to, that you can't let go, and you're just keeping to yourself, minding your own business. Although you're overwhelmed and you can't let them go, you know eventually you may have to surrender this. You can't keep waiting forever if this person doesn't come forward to apologize or take accountability or work things out to reunite. So you could be waiting on a Leo, you could be waiting on a Virgo, you could be waiting on an Aquarius, you could be waiting on a Libra, an Aries, Capricorn, Pisces, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, if I didn't say that. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius, what are you waiting for when it comes to love? What is Aquarius waiting for when it comes to love? What is Aquarius waiting for when it comes to love? You're waiting on somebody to speak their truth, Queen of Swords. You're waiting on somebody to speak their truth so you could have a new opportunity with this person, all right? Or start things new. This could be a newer connection as well. It doesn't have to be. But you're waiting on somebody to speak their damn truth. This is somebody you had a bad dispute with. Somebody has stressed you the hell out. Five of Swords. They were in it to win it. One man per. They like drama. They like arguments, or you've had some type of argument with this person. But you're waiting on this person to speak their truth to balance things out with you with the Two of Pentacles. You're waiting them to straighten their life or speak their truth. Yeah, Two of Wands. In reverse. This is someone that could make some type. Yeah. This is somebody who couldn't make a decision, Two of Wands in reverse, on whether they wanted to invest their emotions in the connection with you. And I feel you are waiting before you make a decision on whether you want to reunite with them. Because you got the Two of Wands in reverse, the Two of Cups. This could be your energy as well. You could be waiting before you make a decision on whether you want to invest your emotions with this person, on them to speak their truth. Something that they need to tell you. All right. Something that may hurt you or something that might upset you, but it's going to be very honest. So I feel you're waiting on this person to speak their truth before you take that leap of faith and making a decision on whether you want to reunite with this person or invest your emotions with this person and balance things out with them, because you want to see if they're going to be honest after some type of very bad argument you had, some type of disagreement. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles. You want to work things out with this person. You want some type of success with this person. You want to give to this. But before you go ahead and make that decision, you want to make sure they're being honest with you. That's what I'm seeing. So either this person, you're expecting them to speak the truth on why they couldn't make a decision on giving to you, or it's vice versa. Vice versa. You're waiting on them to speak their truth about something that caused some type of argument, disagreement with you before you decide to make that decision and reunite with them, invest your emotions and balance things out with them for this to work out. That could be it too. So you're waiting for them to take that leap of faith to do that. Or before you take that leap of faith. Yeah. Eight of Swords in reverse. You're hoping this person comes out of their head, or you want to come out of your head about this, whatever the case may be. Why? Because you want justice. After this person was emotionally avoidant or avoiding having a meaningful conversation with you because they are a lost daddy, Emperor in reverse. There's no gender in tarot. It's just a divine masculine. So you know this person, after this person was showing you that they were avoiding having a meaningful conversation with you and just being emotionally avoidant because they want things done their way, you want your justice. You want some type of justice that's owed to you. Yeah. Okay. You don't want your time wasted anymore. You wasted enough time. And you don't want your time wasted anymore. The Seven of Pentacles. And you're setting up boundaries. And that's why I said it could be you waiting on this person speaking their truth, giving you clarity about some type of something that was done unjust to you, something that was done unfairly to you before you make a decision to reunite with them, because you're setting up your boundaries. You got your walls up. You're about, yeah. And you're tired of the burden. You're tired of the stress, responsibilities, and you want to let go of the burdens. You want to let go of the burden, and you want things to be fair with you. Yeah. So what I'm seeing, Aquarius, is that you're waiting on somebody to make a decision to take that leap of faith, or you're making a decision, or that person make a decision to speak their truth before you take that leap of faith and reconciling with them, making a decision to reconcile with them, to balance things out and work things out with them so that you can get out of your head about this, because you had some type of really bad argument with this person. You know, this person was emotionally avoiding taking responsibility for that argument, and they were just avoiding you in general to give you your justice, avoiding giving you your justice. And then you don't want your time wasted anymore. You're done with that shit. You're like, nope. And you want to let go of whatever's been burdening you or the burdens, and you're setting your boundaries against this person. So you're like, come forward, speak your truth, nothing but the truth, or forever hold your peace. Because I ain't going to reconcile with you if you're coming at me with some bullshit. I'm going to hold back from making a decision on making things work and balancing things out with you if you can be straightforward with me. That's what I'm seeing, Aquarius. That's what you're waiting for. All right, Pisces. Pisces, happy birthday to you. It's still your season, loves. All right, Pisces, let's see. What are you waiting for? Last but never least, what is Pisces waiting for when it comes to love? Oh, all right, Pisces. You're waiting for a boss daddy. Something that didn't work out. You got the Six of Wands in reverse. Something didn't work out for you with the Six of Wands in reverse. Something that's been stressing you the hell out. You're wanting a new beginning, Ace of Wands, with a boss daddy. This could be somebody older than you. If not, it could be a father. If they're not a father, or it could be a boss, or just somebody that's higher up. If not, they're just a boss daddy. So you're waiting on a boss daddy to have a new beginning with, a passionate new beginning with a boss daddy. You're waiting this boss daddy to speak their truth. You're waiting for this boss daddy to communicate something to you. Because look, you're wanting that wheel. You want this wheel to spin in your favor. All right. You want positive changes with this boss daddy. You're seeing this boss daddy as a positive change in your life. Someone very logical, very direct, but an emperor, both an emperor and a king of wands. You may have two people. You may have an emperor and a king of wands. I mean, king of swords, not king of wands. You may have somebody very direct coming towards you, and then you have somebody who is a boss that's very direct, or it could be one person. I'm feeling more it's one person, because a boss is also somebody with authority, very direct, right? So they like take control, and so is a king of swords. So I'm seeing at first I thought maybe two, but then I felt it's one energy. So this is definitely could be somebody that's a boss or higher level up in management in their career, or maybe they own their own company, they're entrepreneur, businessman, business person, because a king of swords is somebody that's very logical, very analytical, very straightforward, but they're also detached from their emotions, as an emperor. An emperor is detached from their emotions, but they're a boss. They handle it like a boss. So this person could be working for an authority as well. They could be a judge, whatever, work for the police or work for corrections, who knows? But this is somebody that is very like has high standards, very like whatever. So you've been burdened. Okay, you feel like you haven't had any success when it comes to love. So you're wanting to have a new beginning when it comes to love. You're hoping to have positive cycles, positive changes in your life, hoping the wheel spins in your favor, and you're waiting for a boss daddy to come your way to sweep you off your feet after you've been heavily burdened. So I feel this could be either somebody new or somebody from the past. I'm feeling more like a new energy, but it could be somebody from the past. I'm feeling you're tired of the burdens. You've been burnt so many times. You've been hurt so many times. You feel you haven't had any success in love. And now you're waiting on your boss daddy, your king of swords, and your emperor to come in to sweep you off your damn feet, to have positive changes in your life and love, have a new beginning in love, someone that has a lot of passion for you. All right, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a newer energy. That's good. You're tired of things that's been stressing you out, relationships that haven't worked out, things that just haven't been successful for you. Why? So some of you could be a past. You're hoping that it'll return in a boss daddy energy and speak their truth, break the silence, communicate to you. Others of you, this is a newer person. You're tired of the burdens of the past, that you've been unsuccessful in love. You feel you haven't had success, and you're just waiting on your goddamn boss daddy to come in, sweep you off your goddamn feet. Someone that's going to be very truthful with you, be very honest, so that you could see positive changes in your life and have a new beginning in love. Yeah. Yeah, because here you got the Three of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You don't feel like you've had successful, like you don't feel the wheel's been spinning in your favor when it comes to love. You haven't had any success. You feel like you've been bitten in the ass by karma way too many times when it comes to relationships. All right. And you've been heartbroken so many times. You're done. Like you're tired of the heartbreak. Yeah. Star in reverse. Past relationships that have been burdening you, or a past person that's been keeping you stressed and burdened, broke your trust, broke your heart. All right. You had bad endings. Yeah. It made you feel unworthy. It felt like you had nothing to offer, like you couldn't measure up to anyone because you were not feeling you were being very successful in love. Yeah. High priestess in reverse. Now you're scared to be vulnerable. You're scared to show your feelings. It made you just feel unworthy. And maybe you didn't listen to your intuition in the past, but I feel you're going to get the soulmate connection you've been wanting to. Okay. Either you miss somebody from your past that you feel a soul tie to, or this is going to be this boss daddy new soulmate coming in for you, whatever the case may be. So that's what I'm seeing, Pisces, is you're waiting on your boss daddy during your season, your birthday, because it's still your season, your birthday, so that you could have positive changes in your life after feeling very unsuccessful when it comes to love. You feel very burdened when it comes to love, and you're just ready for new beginnings. You're tired of the heartbreak. You have your trust broken. You don't feel like the wheel's ever been spinning in your favor because of some type of past karma. And now, because of you feeling unworthy, you're ready for that. You're ready for a change, positive change, and you're ready for your soulmate. So you could be waiting, Pisces, on a Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, again, fixed sign, Cancer, Libra, Virgo. So you could be waiting on that. Though they could have those placements in their chart. All right. So that is what I have for you, my loves. Of what are you waiting for? All signs. If you do enjoy these videos, let me know, and I will do more, just like the Cross Watchers videos. I love your feedback, and a lot of you have been giving me positive feedback regarding the Cross Watcher videos, which I am continuing to do. And so if you would like me to do these from time to time as well, of what are you waiting for videos, I will gladly make these videos again more frequently. Can I talk today? Frequently, as I do the Cross Watcher videos. Okay? Again, please share, like, subscribe, leave Kitty a comment. I respond to all my comments. And thank you always for your support, and please do hype my videos. Until then, Kitty is out. Take care, loves.